Action. Hey, welcome back to The Average Kitchen. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe. Today I'm going to show you how to make an amazing ramen egg. Let's go over to the stove. All right, so I'm going to do 2 today. So I've got my water just gently boiling, and I'm just going to slowly drop an egg in. Let's do 2. We'll drop another one in, and we're going to set that timer for 6 minutes. So this is going to be a soft boiled egg. When you cut into it, it's going to be like a custard. It's going to be amazing. So while we're waiting for our eggs to soft boil, I'm going to make our marinade. So I just took a Ziploc bag, like a medium-sized Ziploc bag here, and I'm just going to set it in a bowl so it doesn't flip around on me. And basically, I've got 6 tablespoons of water here that I'm just going to add. And then I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of, this is a dark soy sauce, but you can add just a regular soy sauce as well. This dark, I just find, obviously it has a darker color, but also has a sort of a thicker texture to it as well. And then we're going to add 2 tablespoons. In this case, it's going to be rice wine vinegar because I don't have any mirin. But if you have mirin, it's even better because there's a little bit of sweetness to it. But rice wine vinegar is definitely more than sufficient. So we're going to add the 2 tablespoons of rice wine vinegar. There. Then we're going to wait for our eggs to finish up. We're going to put them in an ice bath, and then we're going to carefully peel them. 6-minute boil on those eggs, just off the stove, and then we're going to drop them right into an ice bath. And we're going to give those 10 or 15 minutes to really cool down, and then we're going to carefully shell them. You'll find with eggs, if you do hard-boiled eggs, like an 11-minute or 12-minute hard boil, the shells come off a lot easier. These ones, you just have to be careful because they're going to be a little bit more delicate, but I'm confident we can make it happen. So our eggs have been sitting in our ice bath here, and this is kind of, well, it's not really the total moment of truth, but you got to be careful. So we're basically just going to soft hit these, and they actually look like, or this one looks like it's going to peel not too bad. Sometimes there's that little skin there that prevents you from getting a good peel on it, which seems to be happening here. And because these are soft-boiled eggs, they tend to be trickier to peel. There's no huge rush here. All right, we're on the home stretch. Okay, so a little bit of damage, just a little chunk there. Not too bad. I'm going to give that a dunk in the water to make sure that there's no pieces of shell. And I'm going to drop that right into our soy sauce and rice wine vinegar and water mixture. So essentially these eggs are going to sit for roughly 24 hours in that mixture. What's going to happen is the darkness of the soy sauce is going to stain the outside of that egg and give it a real kind of cool color. And then tomorrow, when we do a ramen bowl or we do something else, we're going to pull those eggs out of the marinade and cut it in half. And we should have, fingers crossed, a custard-like yolk in the middle, which is so good with a amazing bowl of ramen. So the second egg was, maybe it's because I was losing my patience, was a little bit more challenging to peel. So we end up with a couple chunks here and there. It doesn't affect anything other than if you're a bit of a perfectionist like me, you want it to look perfect. But we'll see those tomorrow. We'll cut into them, and fingers crossed, they turn out perfect. All right, so it's the next day. The eggs have been sitting overnight in our little bath here. So I see there's a little bit of inconsistency on how they end up being stained. I think I'll grab a spoon so don't make a total mess here. But this is the ultimate moment of truth. I'm a little bit nervous because if I cut into this and it's not perfect, I'm going to look kind of silly. All right, here we go. I would say that is a successful ramen egg. You can see that custard there. A little bit of residue left on the knife. Looks really nice. All right, so that's a ramen egg. I think it looks awesome. 24 hours sitting in that marinade. It's gonna taste amazing. Hope you liked the video. It was a quick one. Hope you liked it. Hit the notification bell. Don't forget to subscribe. We'll see you on the next video.